Gonna hunt for some comic books at Ohlone Flea Market. This is my first one of 2025. Eric, Irwin, the boys from A&R Collectibles are gonna be here. They're gonna have booths here, so gonna see if they're gonna have some G.I. Joe comics. Specifically looking for some Marvel G.I. Joe newsstands, IDW, and Devil's Due books. Also, maybe pick up some Spawn newsstands if there are any, and the ultimate one is to see if they have a Wolverine Annual 1999, another classic bash up between Deadpool and Wolverine. So fingers crossed. We'll see what they got. Very cool. We got some vinyl here. What I like is that they're starting to put collectibles vendors in the same area. Makes things a lot easier. Am I gonna find some Spawn newsstands in this? It looks like that's a negative. Yep. Looks like we got a G.I. Joe comic here. So actually the fellows from A&R Collectibles weren't able to vend at this particular Onlone College Flea Market. And that's because they were also vending at the Alameda County Fair at the same time. They had a booth over there. But they did drop by to say, hey, what's up? But that's cool because I promised I'd visit them at the fairgrounds and do a little hunting there. Man, some of these vendors with the shirt prices just can't refuse. Alright, so for my haul at Ohlone College Flea Market last Saturday, not really much. I didn't find any G.I. Joe Marvel newsstands, no IDW or Devil's Due G.I. Joe comic books. I did find one G.I. Joe comic. It was in Eric's box and it was pretty beat up. Yeah, I made a pass on it. No Spawn newsstands, and did not find Wolverine Annual 1999. But I did get some things. So first up, the Batman vs. Predator series. Now I remember when this first came out, I believe it was 92 or so, somewhere around there. I completely panned it. Even though it's written by Dave Gibbons, who also co-created Watchmen, one of my favorite comic series ever, and it has art by Andy and Adam Kubert. I just thought the whole concept of Batman vs. Predator was ridiculous. And this is ironic because I actually do like the Spawn versus Batman, but that's mainly due to McFarlane and Frank Miller. But yeah, so more than 2 decades, completely had no interest in this comic book. But then on Saturday, I was flipping through Irwin's boxes. I found this and I figured, what the hell? Also, I'll admit, this being a newsstand, somewhat had to do with my decision on getting it or giving it a try. This is purely reading material. I don't expect anything else from it. Chances are I will probably end up reselling it after I read it, depending on whether I really like the series or not. If I do, then I'm just gonna hunt the regular issues down or the other issues down. Also found this in one of Irwin's boxes. I do love me some Hellboy, which is odd because I was never a huge Mike Mignola fan, even though he produced one of my favorite Punisher covers ever. And also he drew one of my favorite Batman tales, which is Gotham by Gaslight. Always loved that. But yeah, I was never a Mignola fan until Hellboy. When Hellboy came out, that was when I really thought that Mike Mignola pretty much caught into his own. This is what he was meant to do. All right, so that's it for the comic book side of things, but I did get comic related stuff as well. You already seen the video of the booth that was right next to Eric and Irwin's, and the sign that said 2 t-shirts for $10, which is basically $5 each. After I saw that sign, I had to give me 2 shirts, and there was 2 that definitely caught my attention. First up is this one. Definitely a Flash fan. Love the TV series. Back in late November and early December, I went to Fan Expo. They were having a Flash reunion there. And both Candice Patton and Danielle Panabaker were there, so I got my Flash Season 1 DVD box set signed by both ladies, as well as took pictures with Danielle and Candice. Definitely a highlight of that show in 2024. Oh, if you want to see video of that, it's on our Geek Vein channel. If you want to see that, you can click the card up here and it'll take you over there and you can give it a look-see. All right, the second shirt I had to get, of course, Punisher. My favorite comic character. That's basically my haul at Ohlone College Flea Market last Saturday, June 14th. Of course, there's other things to get besides comics and collectibles. They got plants. They got a whole array of things to look at and to buy. So I definitely recommend it. Anyway, be sure to check out my other videos. And you know how we do in NorCal. We celebrate culture. The Onlone Flea Market always has some live music or live dancing going on. So